I think
canine included.
he might have just been lonely. He's not doing it
Is a
anymore.
cat a canine though?
I think
It's a feline.
Or a sea lion? Or what is it?
Feline.
Okay.
Felines.
Feline, canine. Isn't the canine the cat dog, or is that just a dog?
The dog.
Just a dog.
Cat dog. That's
What does the
cute.
K and the 9
Well, the way it's
represent, though?
spelled with the K and the 9, that's the police dog. Like the regular dog is C-A-N-I-N-E.
Ah,
All right, I'll see you in a minute, guys.
So how's everybody?
I'm just a man on his way to the moon, wishing the rocket would go faster. All the stars remind me of you, yeah they do. I'm on my way to you. I'm just a man on his way to the moon, wishing the rocket would go faster. All the stars remind me of you, yeah they do. I'm on my way to you.
It's like a 3-foot cord that comes with the Oculus.
well, I had that cord and I used it the first couple times. Actually, no, I didn't.
You're like, no, I didn't. Let me stop.
I went out and bought myself like, I don't know, what is it, a 9-foot cord or something, a 6-foot cord? I don't even know how long it is. A longer cord.
We were big.
And Camille on the desk.
Yes,
Under
it's
the desk.
still under the desk.
It don't look appropriate.
Yeah, she must have dropped some weed. Maybe she dropped her blunt. No, we.
Well, good morning. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Canna-Joe morning show. A little glitchy, a little off this morning, but we don't got a lot of time. So I guess we got a couple people that got to leave. So we got to get through this show as quickly as possible. Today is May the 11th. Is that what that is? May 11th?
Yes.
There we go. Today's May 11th. I'm Michael Ford.
I'm Alicia.
What up, guys? I'm Jenny.
It's Camille Black. I'm invisible.
And all part of it, man. Thank you guys for joining us. Beautiful Wednesday morning. That's what it is.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
Give me a
Deb and
second
Dave.
here.
Here's the dab for Dave.
Oh, Dab for Dave.
Saw Dave yesterday.
Hmm.
Stopped in on his way back from picking up his new truck.
Yeah, nice truck.
It is a very nice truck.
It's huge though. I would need a ladder, I think.
And it gets about 300 miles to the tank.
Ooh,
It's about $120 to fill the tank up.
Woo.
So yeah.
There we go. Nice.
yeah, that's rough when you have a truck.
Yeah,
Said 100 and what to fill the tank up?
120, he said.
That's not bad though, with it being $4 a gallon to fill a truck tank.
So it's a lot of gallons.
Mhm.
30?
It's gotta be 30.
But he still has that nice Chrysler though, right?
He's got his Bentley 300 still.
You drive that thing. It's got good gas mileage.
That thing ain't got good gas mileage
Oh, it
either. It's
doesn't?
got a
Oh,
Hemi
never
in it.
Oh, well, never mind.
And I'm sure his
So what's considered good gas mileage?
My car.
I'm
Well,
like
Little bitty cruise.
28,
Little bitty
20,
car.
25 to 28, I guess. I don't know.
About good.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So
Yeah, I think I get like 35 miles a gallon or something like that.
Yeah, I
Yep,
get
that's
about
that
30.
little car mileage. Yeah, indeed.
Yeesh.
Yeah, my
Motherfucking
car
Traverse. That thing don't. It
get.
gets okay mileage, probably like 19 or 20. It's
Yeah,
not great.
yeah, probably
Not great.
24 at the most.
Yeah.
gonna say that's about average SUV mileage. That's what my Jeep got.
I'm coming,
Yeah, that
guys.
thing is about $80 to fill it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, what happened?
Camille's back.
Why did I have to
The
steal
heck?
your
What's
chair?
going on?
You're
I was
muted in
sitting
here.
over there, but I'll go change. Here, I'm unmuted. Let me fix myself. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry I'm late. I was taking care of business.
Yeah, you were stuck under the desk. It was a little disturbing.
Oh, no.
We
I'm
saw you
glad I'm-
looking for that nugget. We saw you.
You dropped
Dropped
a
a
nugget.
nugget. Had to look
You
for it.
dropped a nugget.
Bam, there we
And not
go.
a chicken
Got the
one.
full view.
Good morning, you.
So what you got up there, Vari? Because we are a little.
Oh yeah. Okay. So New York, the legacy pot dealers are trying to figure out if they can go legal. Legacy being the original cannabis entrepreneurs that were out there with the street dispensaries before it went.
Oh, okay.
So Lou Cantillo left and Brian Bronson are the owners of Buddy Bodega, an underground company specializing in designer strains of marijuana. They're in the process of applying for a license. I was always known as the guy that loved cannabis, said Lou Cantillo, who grew up selling it to friends in Coney Island. That love came with a cost. When he was a teenager, he said he was chased and roughed up by a cop for smoking in the stairwell of his building on one of several encounters with the police around that time. But despite the risks, Mr. Cantillo kept selling as an adult, even during his brief career as a boxer. When Brian Bronson left Seattle for Rutgers University to study theater in 2004, he looked around at the low-quality pot available in New Jersey and knew he had to do something. Having dealt with the West Coast since high school, he quietly started importing strains from Washington State, soon gaining renown.
Crap. Sorry, guys.
Forever.
What's wrong, Michael?
What happened?
Dang it. Yeah, I clicked on it and it brought me into
Technical difficulties. We're still here, you guys. For the viewers that's still there, we're here.
That's okay. I'm going to continue reading though while Michael works on that.
There it is.
Attitudes towards legalization have changed since the early dealings of Mr. Bronson and Mr. Cantillo. They met in New York City through a business associate in 2013 and decided to join forces. Through a business, although what they do is still illegal under state law, that could soon change as New York passed a legalization bill last year. Mr. Bronson, 39, and Mr. Cantillo, 31, run Buddy's Bodega, one of the most prominent illicit cannabis wholesalers serving the New York metro area, known for bringing buzzy designer strains from California like El Potent El Presidente to the East Coast. The business has tens of thousands of followers on Instagram. It employs about 25 people who bag, dispatch, and deliver that limited quantity supply to hundreds of customers, many of whom then resell their products on an invitation-only basis. Why they just throwing all their shit up out there, huh?
Man.
Yep. They're like, this is us. This is what we do. Deal with it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel that, but yeah, okay. The owners of Buddy's are interested in joining the legal market as soon as the law allows it in New York, which will soon follow New Jersey in embracing recreational cannabis sales. Our local goals has always been to go legal, Mr. Cantillo said. But as they prepare to apply for a license, which can be a complicated and expensive process, they said they feel conflicted about making that transition. The legacy businesses like Buddy's, that is, those who made up the industry before legalization, the cost of legalizing may outweigh the benefits. A licensed business comes with the startup costs, high taxes, administrative demands, and fierce competition from well-capitalized companies. It's an issue faced by thousands of cannabis entrepreneurs across the state who are open to legalize, experts say. Chris Alexander, the executive director for New York Office of Cannabis Management, wants businesses like Buddy's in the regulated industry. If you're not successful at pulling the legacy market into the legal market, you limit your tax revenue and the money you can redirect to impact the communities, he said, referring to the disproportionate number of Black and Latino New Yorkers whose lives have been damaged by the enforcement of cannabis laws. Those issues are reflected in the state's legalization bill, which has a focus on social equity and has been heralded as the most progressive of its kind. Regulations being drafted on Mr. Alexander's office will be determined who has access to the industry and whether businesses will, like Buddy's, will be able to get and stay licensed. In April, the state passed the bill allowing already operating hemp farmers to get cannabis licensed early in order to supply retail businesses as soon as they open. The rest of the businesses making up the industry, from dispensaries and delivery services to wholesalers like Buddy's, are still awaiting guidance on how to apply for licenses. You see what they did there? Like the hemp farmers assemble.
Right.
Yeah, we need that here. That would have been
Awesome.
Yeah. Chads and Brads. So Buddy's versus the Chads and Brads. In 2018, Mr. Cantillo started to notice designer pot strains sold in stylized mylar bags, gaining a kind of cult status in California. Cannabis culture is very similar to sneaker or streetwear culture, where a certain brand has a lot of clout, Mr. Cantillo said. So we persuaded Mr. Bronson to buy supply from some of those brands, and he set up an Instagram page to market them. The product sold out immediately. That's when they adopted the name Buddy's Bodega, and the business has been growing ever since. Good for them. But put it in a bag and you can sell it for more. Fast records.
Wow.
Bag. Not just any bag, but a fancy.
That's a fancy one with a zip on the top.
Yeah.
And cartoon characters.
Yeah.
Something.
This article does go on to talk more about the things that they're going to have to go through, what it'll look like if they do go legal, and some of their aspirations moving forward. Like opening a dispensary, for example, is an estimated cost between $500,000 and $1 million. And if you're waiting on the license, the bills can add up, while better funded, already licensed operators move ahead, which I think is going to be an issue in every state that is legal right now and that is getting ready to go legal without the proper legislation to put safeguards for the local market. Maybe it's just me.
No.
Yeah, it's by intent.
Local market, that's where the people are. It's not
Right.
migration.
Sure.
Yeah.
The whole world.
That's their plan, right? That's what they want. They want it to be a corporate market and not a local market.
Right. It should be like the farmers market to me.
Right.
Yeah. So they just go on to say that, if they have some issues, they're going to go ahead and try to work through them. But ideally, they feel confident that Buddy's can operate either way. But he'd like a shot at going legal. Says he thinks they'll make a difference, and it sounds corny, but he'd like that. So
Get my hands on some Buddies.
Buddy's Bodega. Got to follow them on Instagram. See what they got going.
And you got another article up there for us, Byron?
Yeah, this one is as marijuana is legalized in more places, here's how to grow your own. This was by the Washington Post. As democracy dies in darkness, they say. This one is a little bit long, but I guess maybe I'll just give you the rundown. So getting started, you don't need a whole lot. First, you just need some information about the plant that you're growing, your cultivation approach. Do you plan on growing indoors or outdoors? The soil that you're going to be using, are you going to do a hydroponic system? Are your plants auto-flowering, meaning they don't need stimulated intervals of light or darkness in order to produce the flowering stage? Or are they photoperiod plants, which do? Growing indoors will require a basic setup, a container with soil and fertilizer, and a lamp for the grow tent. But not just any lights will do. You're gonna need something that replicates the sun. Your average fluorescent light bulb is not the right color spectrum for cannabis. It's a very common problem. You need
Not a
lights
tanning bed.
calibrated to specific light spectrums. Yeah, not a tanning bed.
Hide all your plants in the tanning bed.
Beginners usually start with a 4x4 grow tent that blocks external light, a fan to stimulate wind, and a humidifier to regulate moisture. An exhaust system will help remove heat from the tent, and you should have tools that measure temperature, pH balance, and moisture. A basic setup can cost between $250 and $1,400. More advanced systems such as Haney's can cost thousands more. The total life cycle from seed to harvest for photoperiod cannabis plants could be as long as 160 to 180 days. So looking at like half a year. Yeah.
Half a year.
Yeah. Besides my wife not allowing me to.
It's only 3 months, right?
Yeah, that's one of the downfalls.
Quarter.
That's why I haven't grown cannabis a lot.
How long does it take to grow tomatoes, though? Damn tomatoes.
I don't know, maybe 2 to 3 months, depending on the stage you start. You see the tomato probably like 2 months.
Seed the tomato.
See the tomato.
Anyway, thanks, Vari. And then you want to drop that in the chat. You guys can read more details on how to grow your own. You do got to get some seeds too. The soil, the plant, all that stuff is no good without seeds.
I have books for
Books,
anyone.
right.
Yeah.
Hey, Vari, how about the
I'll share
Virginia?
the books.
Hear about what's going on in Virginia, man? They're protesting at the DEA's office for the right to try psilocybin.
What?
Yep, they've been out there for about a day and a half now.
They
actually captured the DEA flag. People have been being arrested. They're all outside the DEA protesting. So
we
that's
gotta
huge.
find that.
Yeah, protesting for the right to try psilocybin.
That's it.
Psilocybin or psilocybin?
Psilocybin in Virginia, you said?
Yep.
Wow, that's different.
Man, maybe there's an article.
I'm gonna Google that now.
Maybe we'll pull it up tomorrow for the show.
Yeah.
That could be one of our articles.
Yeah.
Man, and huge shout out, man, on I see your first harvest, man. I was watching your video, man. Them bags suck, man, letting all that damn air in there, man. I don't know nothing about mushrooms, but I just got a lesson. I was like, that bag does not look tight. It looks like there's air in there.
How is that going, Vari? That looks so cool.
Well, if you follow what is it, red wing mushrooms? Red wing mushrooms, they've got some videos up there, and yeah, it's pretty dope.
I haven't started. Once I won my kit from you, I haven't started yet.
Yeah.
You got a kit?
No, I kind of. No, so what happened was
So.
She didn't get the right bags.
No, I jumped the gun. So when we first started the Black Hat, my college subgroup, I did a giveaway for some liquid cultures, which would allow people to start growing their own gourmet mushrooms. Well, I didn't think it out very clearly because I realized after I sent them out that there's more that you need to actually start, and it's not necessarily easy for people to do it on their own. Like you need a pressure cooker to sterilize your grain, and then you shoot the liquid culture into the grain, and then you add the grain to the substrate. So it's a whole process. I jumped the gun, but as soon as we get back into production, we're gonna fix that for all you guys who got these things. So
I'm gonna get that stuff out to you guys.
Smooth together.
Yeah, the gist, man. I'm telling y'all, man. If you see somebody wearing my T-shirt, man, they stole the idea. The gist, we together. Yeah. Anyway, hey, man, them shirts turned out pretty dope, man. Yeah. The motherfuckers. That logo on there is huge, though. I was like, dang, that shit's big as hell, son. He's like, do you want me to just rig it smaller? I'm like, nah, it's already printed. Yeah, my guy he came through, man. I went in to talk to him yesterday, and he was like, yeah, showing me all the equipment. I was like, man,
that DTG.
Oh, man, he got the good one, too. Oof. That thing printed in like a minute and a half.
Damn.
Whoa.
minute and a half, man. You see the video I showed you? Yeah. It was literally just printed like oof. That was that big door, big man. Anyway, but yeah. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Canna-Joe Morning Show live. No, so we do got a couple things coming up this month. If you want to get involved in cannabis legalization, you can join us on May 21st at 4200 Cedar Avenue for the Minnesota Normal meeting. We will be talking about how you can get involved in cannabis legalization. Would love if you guys could turn out and,
I need help.
The actions that we're volunteers. We need help. Another huge shout out to Vice Chair Alicia George on being elected to confetti. We don't got the confetti.
We ain't got the confetti in here.
In addition to that, if you didn't get tickets to Loud on the River, make sure you do get tickets. They will sell out. So I think I put out enough. I think there's enough details out. I think
yes.
I'm gonna start sharing that outside of Minnesota marijuana, probably Monday.
Okay.
So if you're in a group and you're looking for tickets, man, get them, because once we start sharing it out of the group and I start emailing the rest of our lists, the tickets pretty much go pretty fast. So do got some dope performances lined up. We'll keep those details for a later date. Huge shout out to Minnesota Loud. So if you don't follow MN Loud, check out their clothing brand online. They're official vendor for Loud on the River. They're going to be out there on the Minnesota Loud thing. So shout out to Mitchell staff.
Shout out
with that, I think that's all we got for today. I know Camille got to get up out of here. Yeah.
And the weather is raining. Y'all know that.
Is it? It's raining outside?
It was storming at my. Oh my God.
Is it? We got on there.
I ain't got to go nowhere. I don't know what you guys. I'll be
no,
here all
but
day.
I was told that there wasn't gonna be no rain until now my day is ruined.
There was a little bit of storm rolling through this morning. On the radar, it says there's a little bit of thunderstorming in Owatonna right now. And it looks like we could get some storms a little bit later. It's kind of going to the north.
I think for the rest of the day, it's going to be raining off and on.
About 3 p.m. looks like y'all
Lila speckle.
night. Oh yeah, that's a big guy tonight.
Oh, that's nice. See, that's when you want a thunderstorm. You want a thunderstorm when you're at home chilling on a
highs
couch.
in the upper 70s.
You got your TV on. Hopefully the electricity power don't go out.
The internet messes
devices
up.
Just in case. Yeah.
Nice.
Shout out to our viewers. Hey, y'all.
Shout out.
Thanks for
I don't
coming
see
in
him.
here.
Hey, y'all.
Shout out to all the viewers tuning in live.
Can't see any comments.
Yeah,
No
we got 4 viewers,
comment.
but I don't see the comments. So shout out to you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. I know we've been off last day, which is yesterday, right? That's the only day we missed, right? Yeah, it has an impact. Hey, they forgot about us in a day. Shit.
They did.
Yeah, we should have kept this shit going, man. I told you, man, we take a break. As soon as you take a break, they go find something else to do. They scrolling the Facebook and thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning, sharp 10 a.m. With that, you guys have a dope day. We're out of here. Oh, hold on. Words of wisdom.
Words of wisdom.
Don't pick the flowers. Let them stay beautiful. Because once you pick a flower, it dies.
Once you pick a flower, it dies. With that, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.
I'm just a man on his way to the moon, wishing the rocket would go faster. All the stars remind me of you, yeah they do. I'm on my way to you. I'm just a man on his way to the moon, wishing the rocket would go faster. All the stars remind me of you, yeah they do. I'm on my way to you.
tulips in there. And